Venus in Aries is going to get fucking interesting because she's going to retrograde there. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But Venus, the planet of attraction, is now in Aries, the sign of I am. So, what will Venus be attracting in while she is in Aries? The Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, off to a rough start. There could be just some finalization of outdated like emotions and feelings. I feel like there's something here about a brand new cycle in the realm of the mind, closing out abandonment wounds, closing out codependency, identifying trauma bonds, identifying. Also, there could be some sort of need for religious deconstruction because Aries is the sign of consciousness. Aries rules the head. Aries is I am. There's something about attracting in people, places, and things that are going to reveal to you who you are and who you are not any longer. And so there is some old version of you that is being laid to rest, very, very obviously. And that old version of you is going to take along with it some old tendencies, especially in romantic relationships and platonic and familial relationships. So she's a damn with the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I feel like in the ways that you've been looping in the mind or whatever you've been looping about or vacillating about, going back and forth about, that Ten of Swords says this period of darkness, I feel like, is coming to an end. And that makes sense. Pisces is the ultimate death, the ultimate ending. And her starting in Aries now is the ultimate, like, resurrection, that first breath of life out of the womb. And so, this wounded, victimized, abandoned, hurt, closed off, overly introspective, overthinking version of yourself is going to be brought up to the surface so that they can be buried ultimately. This may involve somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. I keep getting, though, something about like your spirituality, your religious background. There could just be some sort of like big difference between you and who you're trying to partner with. Let me tell you, as a spiritual person now, and someone who does spiritual work for a living, I cannot pair with someone that thinks what I do is a joke, or someone that doesn't take my work, my contribution to society seriously. And so there's something there around the concept of being, spiritually or unequally yoked in general. This could be difference in tax brackets. If you're in broke bitch mindset and I'm in wealth mindset, those aren't congruent. So there could just be something about noticing where the misalignment is in your relationships, in your thought processes. But I just feel like also there's just, plus with that full moon in Leo last night, there is some major shedding of what you thought you were, who you thought you were. Please continue. What is she attracting in? Deeper feelings, you being way more masterful with your emotions, being sensitive. I also feel like the thing about the Queen of Cups, she's the only one that has that type of cup. It's supposed to be designed after the Holy Grail, as if we even know what the fuck that thing looks like. But I feel like Venus and Aries is going to attract in things that remind you that you are the one that has the gift. You are the one that has that talent. No one can do it like you. There's just something there around like, I know who I am. I know what I'm worth. I know what I bring to the table. I'm getting deeper in my emotional awareness. I'm getting deeper in being able to share my emotions, express my emotions. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements coming in or playing a big role as well, while Venus is in Aries. I just feel like emotional maturity is coming in while Venus is in the sign of the baby. Aries are the babies of the zodiac. And so there's something here about growing the fuck up after you lay some wounds or lay some parts of you that have atrophied. Like it's time to amputate some of that shit. It's time to lay it to rest. It's time to mature is how we'll word that. and maturing emotionally and spiritually. Please continue. What is Aries attracting? What is Venus in Aries attracting in before the retrograde? The devil. I seen it. Maybe somebody with Capricorn or Aquarius placements. I feel like Venus in Aries is going to really show you your attachment style, and maybe showing you your attachment style by way of conflict or adversity in some sort of way. Be careful of driving a point home too hard. Be careful of how you communicate. You know, especially when Mercury goes into Aries. I think that's in Pisces season. But there's something around like Venus in Aries is bringing up some of the like icky, scary emotions, because as an Aries sun, we ain't never scared. What the fuck a shadow? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? What's that scripture? Yea, though you walk with me through the valley of the shadow of death. It's just like Aries, like, let's go. Let's suit up. We going through the valley of the shadow of death? All right. Never scared. So there is going to be some heaviness, some asking like to face your shadows, to face your fears, to face what has a hold on you. There could be some stuff about addiction. There could be some stuff about sexual desires, sexual energy, the way that you use your physical, spiritual, or sexual energy. I want one more. Thank you. And this is not what I expected. Oh, but okay. Like, we're going to have to cut to the bone. You know, Judgment says it's time to get off the fence. It's time to take heed on the calling on your heart, the calling on your life. There may be somebody with Scorpio placements, but remember how I said that there are parts of you that have atrophied, parts of you that have died? There will be resurrection. Aries is that sign of resurrection. And so I feel like Jesus is probably an Aries. I mean, Jesus died Jesus died a Capricorn, but resurrected as an Aries A. And so there's something there around like the parts of you that you thought had died, the aspects of you that you don't identify with are being called to action. You finding out your true vocation, your true calling, your true mission. The trumpet of truth is sounding in your life big time. I tried to stop. I want to clarify the Five of Pentacles, actually. Please clarify that Five of Pentacles for us when it comes to what Venus is attracting in while she's in Aries. The Lovers. Yeah, I feel like breaking out of codependency, breaking out of attachment, and moving into connection. A lot of us have some sort of like dead weight that the divine is going to reveal to us. Like, why are you carrying around this relationship? Why are you still having sex with this person? Why are you still connecting to this person? Why are you still talking to this person? Like, is it getting you closer to the goal? Is it getting you closer to the dream? What is it doing? Is it stealing from you? Is it taking away from you? Please clarify the Devil. There's a lot here about connection versus attachment with the Lovers and the Devil out. The King of Wands. Don't let your ego get you caught up in some shit that you're going to have an uncomfortable conversation about later. So be careful of that. I feel like the Venus in Aries is going to reveal to you, why can't you be authentic? Why aren't you being your whole self? Why aren't you shooting your shot? Why aren't you really going for what your heart truly desires? Why aren't you trusting in your originality? Why are you being so defensive? Why are you still attached to this? Please clarify Judgment. When there's so much truth that's resounding in your ear right now. There's so much truth that's resounding in your heart and your soul. You know what you need to do. Why aren't we doing it? That's really, I feel like, what Venus in Aries is going to be drawing in. And some of y'all are going to be getting called the fuck out, getting called out by friends, getting called out by third-party situations, getting called out about those things. There could just be, some of you are in a third-party situation. Some of you are like fucking around with multiple people. And it's just like, is that what you truly want? Is that what is really going to fulfill you? Because it could bring a bunch of sadness and chaos into your life when you could be having the real deal. So I feel like slow your ass down. Though Venus in Aries is going to want you to speed up, slow down and listen to your soul. Listen to your spirit. It will never steer you wrong.